Dear beloved Creator of all that is, where there are lies, let them be known to all. Please correct the record and help us to move in truth at all times. Where there is corruption, reveal and purify. Where there is deceit, help the deceived see not only the truth of the deception, but its cause. Let jealousy and things of the ego give way to cooperation and support of one another in all our dealings with one another. Let there be kindness and above all love. Where there is love alone, all the above would be eradicated and we would be left with the truth of who we are, how to be, and why we're here. Let it be so, and so it is.
Hello, my name's Ron Vroman. I'm the old white man talking head for the Oregon Statewide Jural Assembly. The title is, When is the United States Not the United States? Juxtapose the antebellum United States in the de jure to the United States of the current de facto Liber Code martial law, except on Oregon. However, the situation was in the United States of Washington District of Columbia circa 1859. It was original jurisdiction and they still held their 10 mile square. With government in the de jure law form, the United States of America's Constitution lasted from 1819 and the 33rd state among the several states added in 1859. All of us, the we, www.orsja.org, on Oregon, are no longer deceived. Therefore, de jure men and women on the land and soil in a social compact, with our bona fides in order, are Article 1, Section 1 of the de jure provisional government on Oregon. Article 1, Section 1. We declare that all men, when they form a social compact, are equal in right, that all power is inherent in the people, and all free governments are founded on their authority and instituted for their peace, safety, and happiness. And we have at all times a right to alter, reform, or abolish the government in such manner as they may think proper. We're the provisional government on Oregon. There is a de jure continuity from the USMC and the several states. When tracing provenance, the oath and the conception in a Marine is from the inception of the First Continental Congress and the creation of the USMC 1775. Then on through the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States with the small u of America 1776. 1777, the Confederation and Perpetual Union that styled the United States of America's apostrophe S Constitution circa 1879 through 1859 and Oregon apostrophe S Constitution circa 1859. The de jure corporation that is constitutional and not incorporated is a government service company wholly owned by the several states of the United States of America and unincorporated government, not a business. No DUNS number, no senior executive service, no for profit involved, no uranium one, no nuclear energy pursuits. Positive law. As juxtaposed to what we actually have, it is a de facto incorporated color of law for profit governance of a de facto bar, British Accreditation Registry, and state bars, and the U.S. Army on the land of the 17 federal (unlawful) states, territories, bankers, and where the city of Portland is a subdivision of the county of Multnomah is a subdivision of the state of Oregon, aka all cap state of Oregon, a subdivision of the United States in some de facto iteration. That is not Article 4, Roman numeral, Section 4. That is not positive law. It is not the U.S. Navy, only the U.S. Marine Corps, with their oath on the land and soil jurisdiction of the de jure United States, that is part of the de facto responsibilities of the United States, that we are currently removing from Oregon. The U.S. Navy is the laws of admiralty and the sea. The U.S. Army is party to the current de facto United States of Washington District of Columbia without a 10-mile square and in color of law. Nor is it the Department of Defense, which is totally de facto post the fraud of March 1861 and additional frauds of war and deceit. Thus, the preponderance of evidence has prompted our grand jury to notify our Article 3, 1 Supreme Court with a capital C, in Amendment 7, Civilian Common Law Court of Record with true bills that brought forth verdicts with no appeal in fact. The Salem oligarchy, as defined in our court records, will not take a proper oath with the laws of nature and nature's God included. We have a plethora of domestic enemies, and they are in league with foreign enemies, of which 10 million have crossed our borders. And I yield.
They do not want to let go of this. They do not intend on losing here. And we do not intend giving it back to them.
And then the bullets started flying, and then he jumps out of the car, and he's got both his hands up. And he got out of the car, and he had his hands in the air. He's like, just shoot me then. This is what you want, just shoot me. And they did. They shot him dead. With his hands in the air, and I saw it. I swear to God. He was just walking with his hands in the air. And they shot him. And they shot him dead, and then after he was down on the ground, they shot him 3 more times.